Ready to escape into a world of enchanting pixels? What is up, my peeps? And today we're going to be reading Disney's The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Storybook Adaptation. From high in the bell tower of Notre Dame Cathedral, the hunchback Quasimodo looked down on the city of Paris. The kind but unfortunate young man had been raised by Judge Frollo, a cruel and powerful official. Quasimodo had been forbidden to ever leave the tower. Every day he obediently rang the cathedral bells and wondered how it would feel to be free. The highlights of the year for Quasimodo was watching the Festival of Fools, a day of masquerading and mischief. This year, his gargoyle friends, Hugo, Victor, and Laverine, is that how you pronounce that? Urged him to go. Just sneak out, said Hugo. Frollo will never know. Finally, Quasimodo agreed. He slid down the side of the cathedral and tumbled into the crowd. Clopin, I think that's Clopin. Whoops, my bad. Clopin, a leader of the gypsies, was announcing the entrance of a dancer named Esmeralda. Quasimodo had never seen anyone as beautiful as the gypsy girl. Then it was time to choose the King of Fools. Since this was supposed to be the person with the ugliest face in Paris, the crowd chose Quasimodo, but when he realized that he wasn't wearing a mask, they became frightened. Clopin quickly pointed out that Quasimodo had the face they were looking for and crowned him. Quasimodo could not believe his good fortune until some soldiers began to taunt him. Soon, everybody joined in the cruelty. Frollo was furious with Quasimodo and did nothing to help him. Only Esmeralda came to Quasimodo's defense. "How dare you interfere?" Frollo shouted. Then he turned to the captain of the guard. "Arrest her, Captain Phoebus." I think it's how you pronounce that. Esmeralda and her pet goat, Dodgy? I'm just gonna say Dodgy. Disappeared into the crowd. Cleverly disguised, they slipped into the cathedral. Seconds later, Phoebus followed them in. He tried to save Esmeralda from Frollo by telling her to claim sanctuary, the right to protection inside a church like Notre Dame. As they spoke, Frollo arrived. "Arrest the gypsy," he ordered. "I can't, sir," Phoebus replied. "She's claimed sanctuary." "Set one foot outside and you're mine," Frollo warned Esmeralda. Esmeralda found Quasimodo in the bell tower. He showed her all the bells, and the two quickly became friends. Esmeralda tried to convince Quasimodo to not believe the cruel things Frollo had told him. Then she sighed, "How will I ever get out of here?" "I'll carry you down to the street," said Quasimodo. Before she said goodbye, Esmeralda gave Quasimodo an amulet. "If you ever need a safe place, this'll lead the way," she told him. When Frollo learned of Esmeralda's escape, he was enraged. "Round up all the gypsies," he ordered his soldiers. "Find that gypsy girl, even if you have to burn down the city." But Phoebus refused. "That's wrong," he said. "I won't follow the orders of a madman." Phoebus tried to... Wait, did I skip a page again? No, I didn't. I don't know why I keep thinking I'm skipping pages. Phoebus tried to escape, but he was hit by a soldier's arrow and fell into the river. Esmeralda, who'd been hiding nearby, rescued him when Frollo and his men were gone. Esmeralda took Phoebus to the cathedral. "Now he's a fugitive like me," she told Quasimodo. "Be careful, my brave friend. Promise you won't let anything happen to Phoebus." "I promise," said Quasimodo. When Phoebus awoke, he asked Quasimodo to help him find Esmeralda. Quasimodo was too terrified to disobey Frollo again, and refused. Then he remembered Esmeralda's kindness and offered to help. "This amulet is a map." Then he remembered Esmeralda's kindness and an offer of help. "This amulet is a map," he told Phoebus. "It'll lead us to her." and lead me to the gypsies, thought Frollo, hiding nearby. Phoebus and Quasimodo found the gypsy hideout. Suddenly, Frollo burst in. "After 20 years of searching, I have found the Court of Miracles," he cried. You were all my prisoners." Phoebus and the gypsies were forced into prison carts and taken to the square outside Notre Dame. Quasimodo, who had been chained inside the tower, heard Frollo announce, "Esmeralda will now pay for her crimes." "Quasimodo, save her," Hugo begged. Quasimodo summoned all of his strength and broke his chains. Then he swung down the side of the cathedral, found Esmeralda, and carried her to the top of the tower. "Sanctuary! Sanctuary!" Quasimodo shouted. Meanwhile, Phoebus freed himself and called on the citizens of Paris to stop Frollo's men from storming the cathedral. The gypsies joined Phoebus in the battle. Frollo hurried to the bell tower. With his sword drawn, he chased Quasimodo and Esmeralda out on a ledge. Then the statue Frollo was standing on cracked, and he plunged to his doom. Esmeralda and Phoebus led Quasimodo out of the cathedral and into the cheering crowd. No longer a lonely outcast, Quasimodo was everyone's beloved hero. The end. Alright, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Talk to y'all later.